it's me. And I figured I'd tell you a couple things that are going on this channel for the next few months or so. I've already said something, but I'm gonna remind you guys. I'm gonna remind you guys.
Speech on. Camera chooser. Back facing. But speech off.
No, it's a black screen. Great, thank you. I always want to be vigilant on what is gonna happen for the rest of the day. Rather than I just literally just okay. Here's some nostalgia for you. Okay, never mind. I'll show that in another video. My personal nostalgia to the Ninja Turtle toys. This isn't. Okay. Here is what I got for you guys. So, what's going to be going on is on October 31st, my Bop It and TMNT channel is going to be active. It hadn't been active in 3 months. Since June 27th of 2018. That's how long it's been inactive for. And it's going to be inactive until October 31st, which is 3 weeks away. So, do you have any requests? I mean, of course you might request for no TMNT reviews. Of course I'll do that. And that's what I'm going to come back with. I'm bopping in TMNT. I don't know. But, spoiler alert. Okay. Alright, whenever I get that turtle tank, whenever I get them bikes, whenever I get other figures, whenever I get anything more for the show, I'm definitely going to review it for you. That's right. Yay, I'm going to do it. Yeah, so don't think I'm inactive for a long time. Just think. Just nothing interesting about bopping anymore. There's just not a lot of bop it nowadays. I mean, nothing now. The only I did a surprise Bop It video for you guys. It's the micro if you want to check it out. I'm going to keep updating my Bop It playlist. I've got 92 videos in there already. I got loads of Bop It videos, like maybe over 100. Like, not Simon, but I don't have a lot of Simon. I have like maybe 2, 3, maybe up to like 6 to 8 videos of Simon. And that's pretty much it. I do play Simon, but it's not much. So basically, this whole video thing, YouTube, I've been in here 2 years, I believe. Oh no. Oh yeah, I've been here for 2 years. On YouTube for 2 years. And in 2020, it's going to be 4 years. And then 2022, it's going to be 6 years. In 2028, it's going to be 8 years. So, let's see what happens in the next 2 years, shall we? I've actually started officially uploading videos on September 22nd of 2016. Or September 23rd. So yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I've kept a pretty good YouTube channel going. I have over 600, 700, 800 videos. I have about over 700, 800 videos within the last 2 years. So, my New Year's resolution for 2019, I know it's a lot early for that. But my New Year's resolution is to upload very few videos per 6 months. So that means maybe upload like 12 videos per 3 months, and maybe upload up to 48 videos per year. The thing is, I don't think I'm gonna have to categorize all my videos in years, so someone's gonna have to help me with that. Someone's gonna have to help me with updating my video thingy. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I think I'm really getting puberty now. Just kidding, just kidding. I'm sorry, didn't mean to say that. But anyways, do I even mention Lazy Tone on this channel? If I do, it's very little. Do I mention TMNT on this channel? Well, now that I'm back into the TMNT video business, I did do a few back in the day, back in 2016. And because Walmart put the wrestling figures in so late, I haven't even done a video of that. I mean, I've done a review on like a live stream, but that was about it. You can't find good action figures nowadays. Back in the good old days of action figures, I remember about 11 years ago, I used to get good Ninja Turtle action figures that were tall and a bit more like themselves. They were more identical, except for the mouths and the facial expressions. But in the Nickelodeon series, they basically did the Turtles different heights. And throughout the years from 1987 to 2009, they've made the Turtles the same height. All of them. For 22 years they've done that. And, wait, was that 22? Yeah. 87, 97, or 7. From 2012 to the present, they have them in different sizes. All turtles come in different shapes and sizes. So guys, basically what I'm saying here is, if you don't see me uploading, it's not that I don't want to. I mean, it's not that I am busy or anything. I just don't want to. And it's opposite day, so what's the opposite of uploading a video? Downloading a video. I'm gonna download a video to YouTube instead of, if I upload a video from YouTube, then I won't be able to download it to YouTube. Get it? Download a video to YouTube, upload a video from YouTube. See, that's backwards day. It's opposite. What if it was, what is the opposite of Lazy Town, I wonder? Yeah. Active. Town to be active, not lazy. Right. So basically, what I got is basic stuff to do. I hope I get one of the Deluxe Turtles and figure out how they work, because you know, now they have action features. You know, one has a flipping feature, one has another flipping feature, one has a pop-up feature, and one goes upside down or something. They had something similar where they had, like, you know, wind-up turtles where you manually do it. I believe that's how they did it. I mean, one thing I remember seeing in stores back in 2014 or 2015, I'm just going to go over some nostalgia. back in 2014, they had these Stretch and Shout Turtles. There were two of them. One was Raph and one was Leo. I think I kind of messed around with the Raphael a little bit. I think now I'm starting to like Raphael because he's the leader. And I'm gonna start liking Leo again because he's eventually gonna be the leader at the end of season 1. Spoiler alert, Raph is going to be kidnapped. Where'd he go, kidnappers? Or turtle napped. Oh man, it would be cool to actually see the Shredder. Because in this series, I believe Orokosaki is going to be his spirit. Whoa. Not a human this time, right? I mean, the spirit of like a regular ninja. Ninjutsu. Yeah. And I'm gonna fight. Yeesh. I guess those, I really want one of those Stretch and Shout Turtles for some reason. Because I did see it in stores and didn't actually get a good kick out of it. Because I don't even know why. I think I kind of messed with it. I don't know. I remember feeling it though. It had rubber arms. It had maybe articulation somewhere. But it was Nickelodeon, the 2012 series. I did like the 2012 series because I bought a whole bunch of figures from that line. Maybe not. Maybe I didn't stay updated with the line, but I bought enough figures to make a decent sized collection, and that's what I'm going to do for this series. I'm actually going to stay updated with the line if I can. I mean, at first I didn't like the then new Turtles, but I first got Michelangelo. So, I did like I did with the 2016 movie and got Leo, Donnie, and Splinter. And then I got Raph and Mikey. Then I got April. Now I gotta get Mid-Switch, Burn Draxum, and the Foot Ninja. Excuse me, the Origami Ninja. Jeez, does everyone have to make me feel perfect? Jeez. Ugh. When is this Shredder coming? Want to see some knives? Okay, I'm serious. I want to see the Shredder. I want to see the Shredder. Does that sound like a good James Avery impression? If I can impersonate James Avery. You cretins! But I could totally imitate Mr. James Avery. He actually died in 2013. You didn't know that, right? He actually did. Sad, but true. Now, I wonder who's going to be the voice of Shredder this time around. If he is going to have a voice. Because I think he's been defeated a long time ago. And we're actually going to get a backstory on how the Turtles met April. And how the Turtles, I guess, came alive or something. I don't know. Maybe, if I'm lucky, the 1987 Turtles would probably be their, I don't know, great grandfathers, I don't know. But I don't know, I'm just guessing. Maybe, this is just a hint though. I mean, this is just like a theory here. But maybe the 1987 Turtles would be linked to the Turtles in the new show. I just guess because like, you know, maybe the Splinter, I don't know, I'm just guessing. Maybe the Splinter has been around for a long time. But I don't know, because this current Splinter is short and fat. I don't know, but I did a pretty good job reviewing it. Ooh, way to go me. I love reviewing stuff. I love it. Yeah. I don't really like it. Why can't it sound like Skeletor from me, man? From watching Pixel Dance imitations? Or, I actually did watch a He-Man episode at one point. Because someone said, "This is my childhood." Okay, so I was introduced to it, and it's actually on Cubo if you're wondering. He-Man Masters of the Universe, the original series, is on Cubo, Cubo channel. If you 1980s fans of the He-Man show, the He-Man cartoon, I keep saying human, He-Man cartoon, that is on Cubo right now. As far as I know, it was. Also, the Ghostbusters 1986 cartoon is also on Cubo. On a thing called Cubo Night Owl. I wonder if the Turtles, the old Turtles cartoon, is going to be on there. Because Cubo Night Owl is like 11 to like 2 or 3 or 4 in the morning. I used to watch Cubo. I used to. It was a great channel. It had a great amount of shows. It had the Ghostbusters. I kind of didn't like that, but it wasn't the Peter Venkman and all the other Ghostbusters or whoever the names are. It wasn't them four. It was the Filmation Ghostbusters. It wasn't the real Ghostbusters. And trust me, I have watched a few Ghostbusters episodes at one point. And I gotta tell you, that was kind of cool. I was kind of interested in Ghostbusters at one point. Just to watch the episodes. And I've actually watched part of the movie from 1984. Boom. I've watched the 1990 Turtles movie, the 1992 and the 1993 film. I watched them all. I watched the 2007 film. I watched the 2014 film. I watched all the films. All the TMNT films. Watched them all. Speaking of TMNT, about 2008, 2007, I don't know what year it was, but it was 10 years ago. I was out doing something and I came across a Ninja Turtle. The Ninja Turtle section was probably like, what, I don't know, Toys R Us or Target or Walmart, I don't know. But there's this turtle that I was interested in. It was the Leonardo. It was Alien Hunter Leonardo, I think. Yeah, it was Alien Hunter Leonardo. It came with that. No, it didn't come with an alien. But it came with some stuff. That is kind of a nostalgic figure for me. It was the then new figure that I had. I had several. I had a Donatello. That was, I guess, a regular Donatello. I had a Michelangelo. I had a Leonardo. I had a Donatello that had this wheel thing. Do you guys know what that is? The Donatello that you would pull in a ripcord and it would be on like a skateboard type thing. And it would have like a wheel on the chest and you would lay it down or something. And then you'd pull the ripcord out and then it would just roll or walk. Do you guys know what that was? Because I don't even know what it was. I don't think I have it anymore. It's gone. All the toys that I had are gone. The ones that I just spoke about. I had a Michelangelo that somehow turned out to be like, I don't know, fireman because it had nunchucks. And I think I found them at one point. One pair. I cannot believe it. That in Apronio at one point, I had a bunch of Turtles action figures. I even had a Donatello with a Fletcher on his back. Boom. And it had like a machine on his back. I had a bunch of stuff, Minotaur related. But that was only for like, what, 2 years? And then I kind of lost interest. I mean, they had some still, but they were like, I think it was, I don't know, it was something cool, though. But when Ninja Turtles came back in 2012, I was like, yes, they're back. And again, I was at, I don't know, I guess it was like Toys R Us. They didn't have them at like Walmart or Target or anything, but now that Toys R Us is closed down, and now that Ninja Turtles is back once again, this time as Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I've gotten back into the point where, hey, I'm going to start collecting Turtles and doing reviews, so I figured, why not? It's the next best thing. I saw if I can order that. I saw if I can order some of the toys that I had back, about 10 years ago, 11 years ago. Because I also had the McDonald's 2007 Happy Meal toy collection of 8 toys. I don't think I remember having them all though, but I think I had Leonardo. I remember having Donatello, and I think I remember having Michelangelo and Leonardo and Raphael. I had, I think Michelangelo. I had the Leonardo where you would squeeze his legs and something would happen. They're like 4-inch tall figures. I miss those figures actually. And I think I found maybe 1 or 2 at someone else's house, but they weren't mine. They were theirs. But I said, quote unquote, I remember this stuff. Yes, I do remember those Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that you would get in a McDonald's Happy Meal. They were like cheesy little action figures, but hey, they were still action figures, and who cares if you are not nostalgic for those things, because I am. Those are nostalgia for me. Because why else would I not? I mean, then Ninja Turtles again at McDonald's in like 2012, and I said, yes, they have them. And I kind of knew they were for the new toy line because, I mean, they were from the new show because it said Nickelodeon on one of them, and I was like, yay, I think I got Michelangelo, and I got Raphael, and I got Leonardo on a motorcycle. I mean, on the 3-wheel thing. They actually did connect to each other. Then I actually got Leonardo, I got Raphael, and I got Michelangelo. For some reason I couldn't find Donatello. That's so weird. Ugh. Donatello, I guess, was I had 6 out of the 8 toys that were necessary for the complete set. For some reason, I couldn't get the complete Happy Meal set when I went there and got the toys. Just for some reason, I just couldn't. I mean, it's nostalgia, but I hope they have something for Rise because, I mean, I bet they will. I bet they will, trust me. I bet they will have something for Rise, maybe like in November or December. I mean, because they had them at Sonic, and this is one of them. This is Raphael. This is how big and chunky he is. He has a very beefed up looking action figure. He's number of a bobblehead feature. Okay, I'm just kidding. But he's got like 5 points of articulation. I bet they will have something for eyes, no doubt. They had something at Burger King for Ninja Turtles back in 2017, but it was Monster High and Ninja Turtles. In a crossover, I think. They did this with several different properties, like Hello Kitty did it with Ninja Turtles, and who else? Who else did it with Ninja Turtles? Besides Hello Kitty. I didn't get the Hello Kitty in Ninja Turtles in Space thing because I'm not interested in Hello Kitty at all. It's gross. If I were to do one thing, that would be to collect the entire 2007 Ninja Turtles toy set from McDonald's. All 8 of them. All 8 of them. Now, they would put like $1 or so there. It was just kind of cool, really cool, to get all those figures. I would have a lot of fun. I would play around with them, I'd look at them, I'd play with them. Of course I didn't have a YouTube channel then. Let alone I didn't have any technology. No phones. Things for the Blind didn't actually exist, except Narrator back on the PC and JAWS maybe. But other than that, no accessible phones for the blind and visually impaired. I probably would have had to use a bunch of technology and stuff. But still, I had a bunch of stuff. A bunch of Ninja Turtle memorabilia. I was crazy for it. I would like watching Ninja Turtle, the original series that I had like 24 episodes back then on DVD. At the time, the 2003 series was on, but I didn't really care for that. I cared for the original. And then Outro came out like 20 years ago. I didn't know there was a 10th season. I didn't know there was a 6th season. I didn't know how many seasons there were until 2012. It said the complete final season. And I was like, what? There were 10 seasons? And that actually came out in 1996. About then it was like 16 years ago. Now it was like 22 years ago. But man, I was a complete idiot when it came to knowing about Ninja Turtles. Just someone introduced me to it, and I was like, wow. Now, talking about Bop It, I do have my original Bop It, my first Bop It. Like I've shown in pretty much every video. This is my first ever Bop It, right here. I gotta keep reminding people because what if they forget? I had this about 6 years now. And everything is still in contact. Pull it, twist it, bop it, shout it. The twist is a bit loose, obviously. I guess I better retighten it somehow. It's in pretty good condition. But I would say it's got a bunch of stuff on it. man, I feel totally normal. Excuse that, but yeah. I was an idiot when it came to Bop It as well, because all I knew about was this one Bop It. I didn't know about any other Bop Its. I didn't know about the Extreme, original, the original. I'm talking the 1996 version of Bop It. I didn't know about any Bop Its until I knew about the Bop It Extreme 2. I knew about the Bop It XT. I knew about the Bop It Tetris. I knew about the Bop It Shout. I knew about the Bop It. I think I kind of knew about the Bop It Beats at one point, but that was about it. I think I knew about 5 or 6 different Bop Its. I knew about the Carabiner version. I didn't know about the XT. But still, it's pretty fun Bop It. Mine was the white edition. So yeah, at least I still have that Bop It. I don't think I'm going to be getting rid of any of my Bop It games anytime soon. I think by the time 2020 comes around, this Bop It that I got is going to be 8 years old, and it's still going to be working and intact, and still works. It still works to this day. I just don't want to turn it on. And I reset the modes and everything, just in case I want to sell it for maybe $25 or something. I'm not going to, but if I were to, I'd sell for $25. A normal Bop It would cost $20 in the package, but I would sell a Bop It Shell used for $24.99 or $25 on eBay or in a garage sale or something. I don't know. I'm not going to sell it, but if I did, I would sell it for a lot. I'm going to get a brand new Bop It Shell for some reason. This time high pitched, because a high pitched would be a lot more challenging, because the Bop It Carabiner is high pitched. I don't remember messing with a Simon game until like 2016. I never really heard of Simon before 2016. I sure hope to get either a new Simon Error, I don't know. I have like 4 different Simons. I have the Simon Air, Simon Classic, Simon Micro, and Simon Optics. Now, wherever the heck that is, I don't know. I seem to have misplaced it. I misplaced the Simon Optics. No, really, I did. So I tried to stay up to date with all the Bop Its that have been released. The only Bop Its I didn't get were the Bop It Beats and the Bop It Tetris. Of course, I went around for the Bop It original and extreme and extreme 2. Sorry. Some Bop Its I didn't know existed, like the original from 1996, which had 3 inputs: Bop It, Twist It, and Pull It. So, very simplistic game, very minimal, very lame. I don't care how lame it is. But Simon back in 1978, I didn't even know that Simon was that old. Like, seriously, it's that old? Come on. Simon? That's what I was thinking. I was like, Simon, 1978? And I thought computers didn't even exist back in the 70s. But I guess they did, for some reason. computers have existed, I guess, back in the 1960s. The first ever computer was probably about the size of, I don't know, 15, 20 feet, and you guys are gonna be like, what? A computer that big? Yeah, it was that big. I've heard they were like maybe. There was a computer back in the 60s, although they weren't. The computers back in the 60s were not like today's computers. They're not like today's laptops, PCs, Macs. They're not branded, or there were not that many kinds of computers. Not like smartphones, tablets, laptops, actual desktop computers. There were not that many ways of getting onto the internet except for the box-like computers with the big, clunky keyboards of the 80s and the 90s. The internet did come out back in 1993, if you didn't know. They actually did have the internet. But the internet wasn't used like it is today. I guess back in the 90s, the internet was more used for information, not... there was probably one or two social media sites like MySpace. I don't even know if that was even a social media site. But YouTube actually existed back in '05. So yes, YouTube did exist. The first video was called At the Zoo, and it was a 19-second video. And it received a whole lot of views, and that video is still on YouTube. Yeah, that video is still on YouTube. That is a cool video. So it was at a zoo, first video, but YouTube has been around for 13 years now. It's hard to believe, right? Well, I've heard of YouTube in like 2010 or 11. Doing a video.
That's what you want to do.
Doing a video.
No bath?
Yeah, I do. I'm doing a video.
How soon?
No.
Okay. I'm fixing to call her.
Alright. Okay, just forget that. Just forget that last part, okay? I can't really do editing, so YouTube has actually been around for 13 years. The internet has gotten so, quote unquote, it's gotten so complicated over the years. At least for people back in the 1990s. The internet, like I said, was used probably for just getting information, and you would, there was email back in the 90s, I guess. There was a way you can download music, but it's not like now. There are lots of ways you can download stuff now. I guess Safari existed back in the 90s, along with the internet. But the Mac, that existed way back in 1982. Yeah, 1982, obviously. That or 1983. Someone in 1982, 1983. Okay, I'm done, guys. See you later.
Speak. Stop recording. Camera chooser. From camera. Stop recording.